Hello and welcome to my review on Ultimates 2, which is this cover. Sorry for the glare. That is volume 1 of the graphic novel, which is called Gods and Monsters. The actual graphic novel is split up into 6 comics, and it basically kind of leaves off where the very first Ultimates left off. It kind of starts off with showing everyone pretty much Captain America's fight terrorists. He basically goes off fighting terrorists as he gets to where the hostage are. When he gets there, he pretty much gets surrounded and kind of threatens them, and they know who he is. They know he's Captain America. Like, he's not going to go down easy, so they all give up basically. And it flips to a reporter and Tony Stark talking. They're kind of, well, not so much Tony Stark arguing, but the reporter is. The reporter's arguing because because they're doing what they didn't want them to do, send these people into war, because it's kind of unfair. Then it goes to someone trying to mug Captain America when he's out with Janet Pym, and basically it's a bit of a joke, kind of a funny moment, because they're just complete idiots thinking they can take on Captain America. He just beats the shit out of them. Keeps going. Hank kind of goes to talk to Banner, and you can tell he's bitter and a little twisted by what he says to the guards about the whole Janet Pym thing and what's happening to him. But pretty much he kind of shows him and Banner kind of confide in each other. They kind of go to talk to each other, and Hank kind of shows him Ant-Man and tells him maybe if I show Nick Fury this, I can be a new superhero again, and you know, have a new background and everything, so no one knows. But you know, he doesn't think it's going to work. Doesn't think it's worth it. Then you see Thor. He goes to see his friend. Basically they're talking and people are looking weird at him. It's like, what the hell is he doing? And you find out at the end that no, he's not there. His friend's not there. So it looks like he's been talking to himself. It's kind of like, okay. So you think maybe he's mad, or maybe people can't see him. Invisible normal people, maybe. Basically, Captain America and Janet Pym are on a date. They walk out, and basically Cap gets bombarded by media, and then he flips to news channel, and basically Banner is outed as the Hulk, and you can imagine Banner is not happy. Locked up in his cell, and yeah, finds out that he is outed as the Hulk. And at that moment, after that, it flips to Iron Man again. Flips to Iron Man. Basically, he's gone to help the European superhuman or super soldier unit. Basically, the European version of the Ultimates, which are like Captain America and other European people, which is pretty much just the captain and then a country like Captain Spain, Italy, so on and so forth. Basically he helps them like recover the submarine, basically. And then it kind of, Thor splits off from the Ultimates because they've done what he said he didn't want them. Didn't want to be a part of them going to war or sending heroes to war. Everyone thinks then that because Thor has nothing to do with them, they think Thor outed Banner as the Hulk, which to be honest is a completely non-Thor kind of thing, but that's what they think. So Captain kind of like airdrops to this club where Thor is, and you realise how he does this because the first Ultimates, you find out they can scan where everyone is. But anyway, basically he argues with him, and basically the club kind of pours drinks and spits at Captain America. Thor kind of breaks it all up and says basically leave him alone, because it's the government that's the problem, not Captain America. Seems fair enough. Thor has the problem with the government, not Captain America. Basically then it flips to everyone watching Banner's trial, and they've got Matt Murdock as Banner's lawyer, which if you don't know is Daredevil. Then basically it's Betty talking to Banner, making him feel even worse, and again making herself out to be the victim, feeling sorry for herself. It's like, kind of get over yourself, woman. But anyway, the prosecutor basically argues what's the difference from this, him going on a rampage with these military drugs, then someone going on a rampage in a rage induced by drugs and alcohol, which it kind of is completely different. But basically the trial ends, Banner doesn't get to see the end, and basically Nick Fury comes in with a bottle of champagne, why not? And basically tells him, you won, they let you off because you beat the aliens. Basically Banner drinks up this bottle of champagne and hits the floor. Yes, they drugged the champagne. They actually have sentenced him to death. So basically while he's knocked out, shove him on this aircraft ship, blow it up, but just before he wakes up with green eyes. Yeah, you can guess what happened. He turned into the Hulk. Now whether he gets away or not, we don't know. It kind of flips the boat exploding and nothing is seen of him. We don't know if he's died or what. But anyway, it goes on to basically Captain reading out Banner's speech if he was to die, which has happened. So basically he's doing his funeral. After that, everyone splits up, goes a separate way for a bit, and Hank goes home. He gets a mysterious phone call that says, "Thank you for everything you've done." Did you think, okay, is that Banner? It only makes sense to be Banner, but we don't know. It doesn't show us who it is. It just shows us a figure and we can't see who it is. It seems more likely to be Banner, but as I said, you don't see, and hopefully we find out later on. And then it goes on to Black Widow and Iron Man. Iron Man basically proposes to her and gives her her own suit of armor, Iron Man armor that is. And basically Nick Fury calls everyone together, has a meeting, and gets them to meet the European super soldiers, which is Captain Britain, Captain Spain, Italy and everything. Then they all meet Loki, Thor's brother. Then they all kind of get told Thor's mad, insane, stopped his drugs, thought he was the god of thunder, stole all this technology to make him as powerful as he is. Of course Loki is the god of mischief. He obviously doesn't tell him this, and he twists realities in the Ultimates universe. Not quite the same in normal Thor that you may see in the earlier comics. Now what goes on then is basically he tells him, you remove the belt, you kind of remove his powers. Basically he has no powers if he doesn't have the belt. Then what goes on is Quicksilver kind of charges in, because if you didn't know, Quicksilver is really quick, runs really fast, but Thor knows he's there and shocks him, and it's kind of, whoa, unlucky. So it's kind of, he's unconscious on the floor. Then all of a sudden Thor, after his followers being evacuated from the area, because he knows what's going to happen, but anyway, basically he gets surrounded and is told to give up, but he doesn't give up. So you're kind of like, oh, okay then, it's fine, what's going to happen then? Basically Captain America flames him, and Hawkeye flames him. He kind of knocks them out, and Quicksilver tries to catch him again and gets shocked again. And yes, Quicksilver is shocked again. So yes, Quicksilver is shocked again. So this is going to be part 1. Look out for part 2, which is coming up, and I will leave my opinions on all this at the end of what I've told you what happens. And if you like my videos, do subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.